Hi guys and welcome back. I hope you have all had a lovely weekend. I'm back today with a tag video which was actually invented. I like that word, invented. It sounds like you're inventing something magical, but really it's just a tag video. It was invented by my friend Lily Pebbles and she tagged me to do it. It is called the Beauty Scenario Tag, which is a kind of strange name, but I really liked the questions and I loved watching Lily's video. There are 8 questions in total and let's get into it. Question number 1, or scenario number 1 should I say, is you have to get rid of all of your foundations and you can only keep one high-end and one drugstore foundation. Which ones do you keep? This is a bit of a no-brainer for me, and you guys will not be surprised to know that the high-end one that I would keep would be my Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. I haven't used this in a couple of months actually, but it's my foundation that I always come back to. It's like kind of like my holy grail foundation. And then the drugstore one that I would keep, just because I think it's a great all-round foundation. It's a great like basic foundation, and probably my favourite one from the drugstore is the Rimmel Match Perfection foundation. Mine is looking really dirty and well loved, but these two would be my 2 foundations if I had to get rid of my whole collection. So scenario number 2, you go for an interview and the lady interviewing you has lipstick on her teeth. Do you approach the subject or ignore it completely? Now, it made me go like that just then. I always do that. I'm like so paranoid about having lipstick on my teeth and it's so embarrassing. However, in an interview situation, I would have to say generally I wouldn't say anything, because then it's almost like you're embarrassing the person that's interviewing you, and then it might kind of reflect badly. And also, if they then check in the mirror afterwards, they're not going to know how long they've had the lipstick on their teeth. So it could have just happened, so they're not necessarily going to blame you for not telling them. So I would not tell them. Yeah, I would not tell them. Scenario number 3, you're not feeling yourself and need a pick-me-up. Which lipstick do you put on to make yourself feel beautiful? Now, if I'm not feeling great about the way I look, normally what I'll do is my skin and my eyes, and lipstick is kind of like an afterthought. But there is one lipstick that when I put it on, it is just very luxurious, and it instantly kind of makes me feel like a vintage kind of beauty icon or whatever. Not me personally, but you know what I mean. It gives you that air of vintage chic, and it is MAC Riri Woo, and this is the retro matte finish. I'm not sure if all the Riri Woos were I'm not sure if all of the Riri Woos I'm not sure if all of the Riri Woos were retro matte, but this is the one that came out in October time last year. It's the rose gold one, and this is just such a beautiful matte, and it's a really kind of deep red. It's a really nice flattering red as well, and yeah, this makes you feel kind of like all glamorous. Scenario number 4, you go back in time for a day to your teenage years. How would you do your hair and makeup differently? My hair actually hasn't changed that much since my teenage years. My makeup, however, when I was 13, I had this obsession with this like shimmery baby pink eyeshadow, and I would not have worn that. Everything else, I think, in terms of makeup and stuff, I didn't wear that much makeup. But fashion-wise, there are definitely a few things I regret. Flashing belly button ring whilst wearing double denim and a crop boob tube. Not a good look, but at the time I thought it was amazing. Scenario number 5, you ask your hairdresser for a shoulder-length pixie lot haircut, but they hear you wrong and give you a pixie cut. Do you A, smile and say thank you, leave and then call your mum hysterical, B, cry in the chair and things get awkward, or C, complain to the manager and demand a refund? I've been in a similar situation when I had, instead of having 2 inches cut off my hair, they cut 6 inches off and it went to like here. It's not as bad because on me personally a pixie cut I think would look awful. In that scenario I didn't say anything, I left and then I rang my mum and cried. But in the scenario where they actually cut like a pixie cut, I don't know how that would happen, because if they even approached my hair with scissors like here, I would beat them off with a stick. But no, if that actually did happen, I think you'd have to be like asleep for the whole thing. I'm not thinking about like the technical side of things because we could get too complicated. I think what I would do is I would probably go home, have a play with it myself, and try and like style it in a way that, you know, maybe it would be revolutionary, maybe I would love it, probably not. And then I would probably ring up the salon and say, in a polite way, I wouldn't demand anything, but I would say, like, I'd like to speak to a manager, this person cut my hair, they cut it all off, I didn't ask for that, I'm really upset, but I didn't want to say anything in person because I was too shy. And then in which situation they usually kind of ask you to come back, and there's nothing they can do in terms of a cut, but I'm pretty sure they would give you your money back. But I think I'd be too shy to like kick up a fuss there, but I would definitely like ring them. I don't know, that would just be an awful situation. Scenario number 6, your friend surprises you with a 4-day city break, nice friend, and you have 1 hour to pack. Which do-it-all palette do you pack in your makeup bag? I always like to pack really light, so I've chosen this little palette, which is from Sephora, and I got this at Christmas. To me, this is a perfect palette for kind of do-it-all, because you have on the top, you have 4 really pretty neutral, like everyday colours, down to like a really nice matte brown as well, so you can use that as an eyeliner, and then underneath you have the darker kind of cool tone colours, which are perfect for a smoky eye. And a couple of these are shimmery, so this one here is like a really nice kind of shimmer, which would be nice for the evening. And yeah, so I think it's a perfect little palette, and it's tiny, it's really super slim, so it would be good for packing light and kind of does everything as well. Number 7, your house has been robbed. Don't worry, everyone is safe, but your beauty stash has been raided. What's the product you really hope is safe? I'm not sure how common it is for burglars to steal makeup, but we can pretend. I've actually chosen 2 things for this, because one of them I've lost before, so I know how much of a nightmare it is to put back together, and it is my MAC palette. This is my neutral MAC palette, and like I said, I lost it before. It was a very sad day, and I ended up replacing most of the shadows with the same eyeshadows because I love them. I changed a few, but yeah, this is my neutral MAC palette. I love it, and I would be very sad if it was robbed from my house. And the other thing is this Hourglass Trio palette, which looks like this. It is a mixture of 3 of their ambient lighting powders: dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. This I would be sad if I lost, because they were quite hard to, or they were quite, I don't really know, they were limited edition, but I don't know if you would be able to get one like on eBay or whatever, if they really would be that hard to get again. But it was kind of like an expensive splurge for powders. It was like £50, and yeah, it was kind of like a thing a couple of months ago when it came out, and I would be sad if it disappeared, because I managed to get my hands on one and I really like it. So the last and final scenario, number 8, your friend borrows your makeup and returns it in awful condition. Uh-oh. Do you A, just pretend you haven't noticed, B, ask them to repurchase it, or C, secretly do the same to something of theirs? So it definitely wouldn't be C, because that is just spiteful, and let's face it, they're probably not your friend if you want to do that. I would probably not say anything, unless I had specifically asked them to be really careful with it. Most of my friends, if they had ruined something, would say to me, "Oh, I'm really sorry I've ruined this, I'll buy you another one," because they're nice like that, and that's why they're my friends. But yeah, I would definitely just stick with A and not say anything, because I think it's just a bit awkward, isn't it, for the sake of a piece of makeup, you know? So that is it for the beauty scenario tag. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you would do in any of the beauty scenarios, if you disagree with me or think you would do something really different to what I chose. Or if you have a channel and you make videos yourself, then I tag you. If you want to make this video, then make sure you tweet me a link, because I would love to watch it. I'm also going to tag some of my friends to do this video. I will tag them in the info bar below. I'm not going to list them in this video because I'm not entirely sure who has done what, because I've been away for the last week, so some people might have made them without me seeing them yet. And yes, that is it for this video. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will see you again on Friday with a brand new beauty video. Bye guys! So as you can see, and here is where I keep all of my watches. So I have an Armani one that I had when I was 17, I think. I used to wear that all the time.